Question 11, Alex Rowley.
Presiding Officer, to ask the Scottish Government how it is supporting colleges and other adult learner providers to improve adult literacy and numeracy, and what progress has been made in tackling poor basic skills in adults.
Cabinet Secretary.
Colleges are now funded on the basis of meeting the needs of learners in the regions, including programmes focused on literacy and numeracy for adult learners. Colleges continue to play a key role in providing education to adult learners, with 27% of all college sector learning hours in 2013-14 being delivered to students aged 25 or over. We are committed to improving adult literacy and numeracy levels across the whole of Scotland, as outlined in the Literacy Action Plan, and the Standing Literacy Commission will produce a final report on the progress of the plan in the spring. Progress in tackling basic skill levels has been improving. The latest available figures show a small reduction in the proportion of adults aged 16 to 64 with low or no qualifications, from 13% in 2012 to 12.6% in 2013.
Thank you. Alex Rowley.
Thank you. I thank the Cabinet Secretary for her response. However, figures from the Scottish Funding Council show that since 2011, college budgets in Scotland have been cut in real terms by £61 million, and that there are now over 32,000 fewer adult learners in college than there were when this government was elected in 2011. Would the Cabinet Secretary agree with me that, given the extent to which college budgets and places in Scotland have been cut, this government is not giving adult learners the support they need to improve their basic skills, something which is essential for them to get jobs and escape the cycle of deprivation and poverty that so many find themselves in?
Cabinet Secretary.
I do very much regret that Mr Rowley, along with some of his other colleagues, has a misplaced faith in head count, when the reality is that we know the most meaningful measurement of college activity is indeed full-time equivalent. And can I remind him that this government's manifesto commitment was to maintain full-time equivalent. And in fact we have exceeded that, and that the move to full-time courses does indeed benefit young people, but it does also, in my answer, benefit older learners as well. And as I originally said in my answer, 27% of all college sector learning hours are delivered to people that are over 25. In terms of the budget, Mr Rowley will be well aware that this government, like our partners, is living with Westminster austerity. Our discretionary budget has been reduced by 10%. Nonetheless, there is a funding floor of £522 million, increasing to £526 million, certainly more in cash terms than the £510 million under the previous Labour Liberal executive. And I do know that Mr Rowley does care deeply about adult literacy and numeracy, because I know his background in community education. And I also know that Fife Council have a very good record in this area, and it's not unreasonable for colleges to look to align their provision with their local government partners either.
Thank you. Question